Greetings and welcome back to The Booth, the first and only podcast dedicated solely to WVU women's basketball. I'm Chad Atkins, and I have the pleasure of being joined this episode by Ryan Idler and Shane Terrell. We're recording in the basement bar booth of Mario's Fishbowl Suncrest on University Avenue in Morgantown, West Virginia, home of the world-famous Fishbowl. Gentlemen.
Cheers.
Well, it's been a tale of two teams since we've seen each other last. It was a great start to the Big 12 conference play for the ladies.
Yeah.
Probably, I think Coach even said it best I think they've played all year.
Absolutely.
You know, they put it all together. They had, they just dominated Kansas from the start to the beginning. They couldn't handle our pressure. It was great. But then, you know, we did good against Cincinnati, pretty predictable, and then Texas came into town and
just wasn't our night for sure.
Yeah, I think we shot like 24% in the first half. You know, I think we had 28% in the first quarter, 20% in the second quarter shooting. You could tell too, when watching the game, it was they just couldn't get going.
Yeah, we needed to make some shots early, and we missed the shots early and got behind, and then I don't know, just never seemed to be able to regain ourselves to get back in it.
And I think we were talking about it before, since we weren't really making shots, we didn't really have a chance to set up our press and run it how we would like to.
Yeah.
So that definitely hindered us. You could tell.
Yeah.
But also, I'd say hats off to Texas. They played a great game, and they're a solid team. And next time we roll around with them,
that's it for the year, unless we see them in the Big 12 this year in the conference.
They're a top 10 team for a reason. I mean, they're the real deal.
And I'll tell you what was her name? Booker? Is that her name?
Madison Booker.
Yeah, she was impressive. She was.
Yeah.
Her size and her ability to control the ball, and we had to stay in zone all night. We were talking about that too, just because there's no way we could have went man with the size they had bringing the ball up. I mean, they would have just backed us down into the paint and fed it to them all night. But we battled though.
Yeah, we did. It was a pretty physical game. I thought, I thought Kylie Blackston was showing some toughness in there, and Donnell come in and played pretty good. But we just don't have the size across the board to.
Yeah, and he didn't say it, but he said it. He was like about the calls. Boy, there was a couple times Coach said that at the post game, but. Man, Donnell at the end of the game, her face she went face first when she did her lap, she came off and she was like, I hope she's okay. I mean, she face planted on that court there.
Yeah, it was certainly physical, and when it comes up, the player comes up, looks like they might be bleeding, maybe it was a foul.
Yeah, potentially. They get a concussion. Maybe that's a foul. I don't know. But I'm definitely not going to blame the refs for that.
No, if it's a 2-point game or something, maybe a couple bad calls could have swayed it. But they were just the better team that night. And,
they shot 80% in the first quarter.
Yeah,
Texas did. It was just like, oh my god, 6 for 6 from the charity stripe. You know what they made? Their only 3-pointer they tried, and they were 80% from the field.
Right.
It was tough. It was tough, and we shot 6 of 21. We actually shot more than they did.
Yeah.
Double their shots in the quarter, which is crazy.
Yeah. Just quarter by quarter, we just weren't hitting the shots.
Yeah. But that's the thing. One of the reporters asked Coach Kellogg that too. And you could almost take some solace in knowing that we absolutely stunk up the shooting, or the offense. It wasn't great. They were getting, as he said, they were getting looks. They just weren't going down.
We did have some nice open looks and just missed the shots early in the game, and then later in the game, it seems like we had some shots, but they were a little more contested. So, you kind of understand missing a shot if somebody's in your face, but
yeah. Well, and that's one thing too. I noticed in the game. Yeah, they were open looks, but they weren't quite as open as they were with other teams.
Well, yeah.
You could definitely tell, like, okay, they have instead of 2 beats to get that shot off, maybe 2.5 beats, they got one, and they better get, they're open, but they better get it out.
Right.
I mean, just a testament to Texas, how good they are, good they are. And that was the thing. I wasn't able to watch the Baylor Texas game. Baylor beat them at Texas.
Right.
So it's, and we do have Baylor twice this year. So it's going to be,
Yeah, me and Ryan was looking at our schedule and some of the team. I mean, we're in a real deal conference, you know. I mean, we got to be good.
Yeah, we got to be good. But we're 3 games in at this point. We went 2-1. I brought this up. I mean, if we continue with that, winning 2 out of every 3 games in the conference, we would be 23-6 at the end of the year, and that's a record I could live with.
Yeah,
I could live with that. Granted, I mean, I'd love to go 28-1, but
right. Yeah, right.
You know, but realistically,
again, looking back at last year, and any improvement from last year is a positive. You know, it's only trending upwards.
But what's kind of funny is I would have been happy with 500 before if somebody would have told me at the beginning of the year.
Oh, yeah.
But now we're like, bro, we want,
We got our expectations pretty ramped up quite a bit. You know?
It's all your fault, team. That's what, you're playing too good. Now we expect too much.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I think we've got to just learn from this loss. I mean, it was a bad one.
Yeah. Just I'd like to see us at least be in the game at some point. I don't think we really ever were in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, you can look at the points and say we might have been early on, but like you said, we weren't really in the game.
No, we never really had any kind of run we went on, or we just kind of got behind and stayed behind, and just never, like when I think Coach Kellogg said in his post game, he kept telling them, to make something happen to get the crowd into it, which I thought the crowd was into it the whole game, even being behind. What did we have? 2,601, I think, was the official attendance. So that's the most we've had this year. I mean, people are excited about the team.
They're hearing about them. The word's getting out.
Yeah.
We're doing pretty good. So
Yeah, he said it was just a shame that, that was a performance that, that had to be out there for them, because we know they're better than that. We know they're a better team than what was put out there last night. But, I mean, these games are going to happen throughout it's a long season. You're going to have bad games. You're going
to have bad nights. That's all there is to it.
But you're not playing Wright State or
Niagara.
Yeah, right.
Wright State or George Washington. Even though we sucked at those, we won.
Right.
We didn't have great games. You don't have a great game against a team like Texas.
Nah, you're in trouble.
Yeah, just consistency, better shooting. But that'll come. You're going to have bad games, but
Well, hey, I mean, they saw that. They saw that game. They took that loss, and now they'll build from that. We can learn from that, and we got to keep playing in Big 12 now.
Yeah,
that's what we have. So.
We'll deal with the hangover and move on.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. All right. Well, let's just go ahead and shift up what's coming up in the upcoming week. We have against Iowa State on Wednesday, both road games.
Yeah.
Iowa State and then UCF. So we're going to be doing some traveling. I wonder how many miles that is. It's got to be, I don't know, 3,000 they're going to be doing at least.
That's covering some ground for sure. Different directions.
Yeah, I mean, Iowa State, they look like a decent team. I mean, they're younger, I guess. They've had some losses against some, Vanderbilts and
some power teams, power conference teams, but they're also 3-0 in the Big 12 right now, so they're playing Big 12 ball as well. So I think that'll be a good game.
They beat Kansas at home, but I think it was only like by 6 or 8 or something like that.
Fairly close game.
Yeah, it wasn't a blowout or anything. I think we have a good shot. They've got some size on the inside, but we'll see what their guards can do against ours once we start guarding some normal sized people. which was that was one of the biggest things I got out of that Texas game when they came out there. Whoa, my goodness, Hey, have some size. When you got a 6'4" person bringing the ball down like a point guard, you're just like, whoa,
right.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how they can do against our guards.
It'll be a good bounce back game. If we can go out there and reestablish ourselves and get a good win, kind of get us back into the driver's seat, I guess.
Especially if we can steal 2 road games. That's huge.
That's big. Yeah,
that's huge, and I think there's a good opportunity too. I really do. I think we have a good shot at doing it. But like we said, it's
that can't be easy. You're playing in Iowa State one Wednesday and back Saturday in Florida. When do you come back and you get one night's rest in your bed?
I don't know. Is that what they do, or they just fly straight?
I don't know how they do it, but
or they fly straight to.
I assume they normally go and stay the night before. I'm not sure what time the games are, but normally I would think they would go and stay the night before. That way they can do a shoot around and kind of acclimate and get ready for the game. But being on the road, it's a different
experience.
It's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard.
That's why road. You got the advantage at home.
Yeah. And one thing I liked about they'll never do it again though, man. I love the away unis they wore for the Texas game.
Yeah,
the
you
darks,
talked about
man.
that. I do like the darks.
I do, man. I like the darks a lot, but just don't ever wear them again because but
put them away.
Yep. See if the away teams will let you wear white on the road, please. That's why we lost, was because of the uniforms.
That's what it was.
Put it up to that, yes.
But I think we have a good shot of going 2-0 on this.
Yeah, win these next 2 games, and then come back home and see what we can.
Come back home, play Houston, a solid team that's also middle of the Big 12 right now. So
yeah, they're in the middle. But I've noticed that I'm not sure what the records are of the newcomers. They're not doing great, are they?
I'm
of the 4 newcomers, I'm not sure what their records are. I know UCF isn't doing great on.
Yeah, they're not. They're not.
I want to say UCF's 9-4 right now, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what
I think they're trying to remember who their losses. They didn't have any really good teams that beat them. So
yeah, it's going to be interesting though. But I think we, like you said, we'll rebound from this. We'll get motivated. We're only a sixth of the way through the season.
Right.
We're still 2-1, or sixth of the way through the conference season, and we're 2-1, and I don't care what anybody says. If anybody would told us, hey, you're going to be 13-1 with a 21-point loss to Texas, would you take that?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'll take that. I'm not complaining at all. This is going to happen throughout the season.
Yeah, obviously, a loss is disappointing no matter how, if it's by 1 point or 10 points or 20 points, and a loss is disappointing, but you learn from it and put it behind you and move on.
Yeah. That's what you got to do. Well, let's talk about moving on. Let's see here. If we go to JJ's Jays, ooh, gosh darn, she did have Shane. You may have won. She did it up at 22.
I think you're trying to cheat me, Chad. I need to pay more attention.
That's 35. 35 and what? And 12. That's 47. He still won. All right. Well, let's go ahead and go.
Those government numbers, Chad, I feel like you're...
Right there. Janiah Quinterly, 12 points.
All right.
Janiah Quinterly, 13 points. That's 25. Janiah Quinterly, that's 47. 47 points. And let's look at how much I predicted. 52. Shane predicted 55.
I was a little high on that one.
Yeah, I think she's going to be going down. I think. So I got 2 points on my totals. Shane got 1 point and Ryan got 0, which would give us a total for the season of I have 5.5 points, Shane has 8 points, and Ryan has 1.5 points.
All right. Okay. Got to pick it up on this.
You better. All right. We don't have. All right. I forgot to bring a pen and paper. So, anyways, Jay, let me run this by you real quick. JJ's Jays is a game we play where we try to pick the scoring total for JJ in each game during the period of this podcast, which will be this one, the UCF and the Iowa State road games. As I said, I'm currently in the lead. No, I'm not. Shane's got 8. I've got, how many do I have? I got 5.5, and Ryan has 1.5. And so, Ryan, since you are last place, you get to go first. How many points do you think she will get at Iowa State?
Road game with Iowa State. Let's go with. I'm going to give her another 23. I'm going to keep it with that.
23. All right.
I like with what you said. They're a younger team, and Iowa State, that is. And JJ, she's got good experience with all of Big 12. So
I'm going to go 20.
Team spreads it around a lot. That game, we got a lot of people scoring points. I'm going 18.
18, 20, and 23. All right, Ryan, UCF.
I'm gonna stick with a higher end. I'm gonna keep it at 22.
22. So you're going a total of 45 points for the two games. Correct. I think I'm gonna go. I'll go 20 again. I'll go 40 points total.
I think I'm gonna stick with a little bit. I'm gonna go 18.
18. So you had what was your first one?
I don't remember.
God dang it!
That's what we need the paper.
I know. You don't remember what you picked.
I think I picked 18.
Yeah, I think you did. 36, 40, and 45. All right. That's going to be pretty good. It's going to be tight. It's going to be interesting to see how she does in this. It's the Big 12. I mean, it is crazy. You actually predicted the trend correctly last time, Shane. Out of the 3 games, Texas was her highest scoring game.
Yeah.
Yeah, she actually did answer that call.
She worked hard that game.
Yeah. She had 22. She had our
almost half of our points.
Yes. What was her photo points? 49. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Gosh, she is a baller. If there's any question, she wasn't unanimous preseason Big 12, but if there's any question about her, being on the Big 12 team now, all Big 12, there's no doubt. Jordan, everybody, my gosh. It was just a bad game for everybody.
Yeah, some of those final numbers are a little bit dismal.
Yes, they are.
4 of 31 from 3-point.
Mm-hmm.
12.9%.
You can't.
Well, I understand it too. You want to get back in the game. You want to make threes. You want to shoot shots. But they're not falling. They weren't falling.
Yeah, some of those hit early. Maybe it obviously changes the whole landscape of the game, and then when you do get behind, you kind of got no choice but to start throwing up threes, and if they're still not following, you're just
falling further and further behind. Wow. All right, well, let's go ahead and just wrap it up on that high note, I guess, there.
Yeah.
But no, we're going to come back. We're going to, I think we're going to come back good. I think we have a good shot at winning these next 2 games in conference. So
yeah, and we should be kind of on pace too now with the schedule having some kind of a regular beat to it. We should be able to be getting these podcasts out hopefully on Tuesdays, I think,
before the Wednesday game.
Yeah, so be on the lookout for these being out on Tuesdays.
Yeah, from now on, now that the schedule's a little bit more good.
Yeah, it's kind of all over the place there for a while.
Yeah, because it was goofy and
Yeah.
Well, anybody got anything else they want to add?
Any closing thoughts? I don't know anything. I want to say, one of the things we're trying to do is get attendance, and I know Ryan got some people out to the games, and I got some people out, so we're doing our part. So y'all just.
It's fun, guys. It really is.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
come support. It's a really good time.
Yeah, top 25 team. We'll see if we stay in the top 25. We'll see. I hope.
I think we're still a top 25 team.
The poll may not show it, but I think we are. We are.
Yep. All right.
All right. Well, everybody, for Ryan and Shane, I'm Chad. Until next time, we'll see you at the Coliseum.